You've carried pain longer than anyone will ever know. Some people bury it deep, pretending it doesn't hurt. Others wear it like armor because they've learned that the world will test them again. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Pain is not meant to be carried forever. It's meant to be overthrown. Think about that word overthrow. It's not about surviving quietly. It's about rising, standing tall, and pushing back against the very weight that tried to crush you. And here's where it gets mysterious sometimes. Your greatest strength doesn't come from fighting pain head on. It comes from understanding the hidden justice inside it. Pain has a strange way of shaping you, preparing you, even sharpening you, but only if you refuse to let it own you. Ask yourself, how many years of your life have been ruled by wounds you never chose? How many mornings have you woken up still chained to what someone else did to you? This isn't just about healing. It's about retribution without revenge. It's about reclaiming your spirit and saying enough. I will not be defined by what broke me. Stay with me because in the next part, I'll reveal the hidden pattern, the strange law of strength that only appears when you stop running from pain and decide to overthrow it. Here's the strange thing about pain. It always wants to disguise itself. Sometimes it looks like anger, sometimes like silence, sometimes like that fake smile you've been forced to wear in rooms that never saw the real you. But underneath all those disguises, pain is holding a message. And if you learn to decode it, you discover something most people never do. Your pain is not proof of weakness, it's proof that you were chosen to carry a strength others can't even imagine. Think back to your hardest moment, the one that almost broke you. Didn't it also introduce you to a side of yourself you didn't know existed? That fire that whispers, I can't stay down. Not like this. Not forever. That's not just resilience. That's justice unfolding inside you. Because life has a law and a written rule. When something tries to crush you, it unintentionally plants the seed of your uprising. Here's the catch: most people never recognize it. They see only the wound, not the hid, and doorway behind it. They live decades in the shadow of betrayal, loss, or regret, never realizing those shadows point to where the light is strongest. So the real question isn't, why did I go through this? The real question is, what is this pain trying to build in me? And when you flip that question, the game changes. Your pain no longer rules you, you rule it. And that, right there, is the beginning of overthrowing their pain. Stay with me because in part 3, I'll show you how ordinary people just like you used their greatest heartbreaks as the very fuel for their greatest victories. And once you see the pattern, you'll never look at your struggles the same way again. It's easy to think that overthrowing pain is some lofty idea, something reserved for people who seem stronger, braver, or luckier than us. But the truth is far simpler. Ordinary people do it every single day. Pick the man who lost everything in midlife: his job, his savings, even his sense of purpose. For years, he walked around with that silent shame, convinced life had labeled him a failure. But slowly, through small acts, waking up early, walking instead of sleeping in, writing down one goal a day, he started to rise again. His pain became the very reason he refused to waste another sunrise. That's not survival. That's an overthrow. Or picture the woman who carried decades of betrayal. A broken marriage, friends who turned away, even her own family's cold silence. For years, she buried her heart under layers of bitterness. But then one day she realized something shocking. The people who hurt her had already taken enough. Why let them keep owning her future? So she forgave not for them, but to break her own chains. Her forgiveness was her retribution. That's how she overthrew their pain. And maybe you've seen it too. The quiet neighbor who never spoke much until tragedy took someone he loved. Instead of shrinking, he became the one who checked in on everyone else, who always had the right words at the right time. His pain didn't make him bitter, it made him a guardian for others. These aren't superheroes. They're not saints. They're people just like you and me, people who decided that their suffering would not be the final chapter. Here's the secret they discovered, the one most people never see. Pain doesn't disappear when you overthrow it. It transforms. It turns from a wound into wisdom, from anger into fuel, from silence into strength. And that shift, that moment when you look at what broke you and say, you served your purpose. Now rise above you. That's when the overthrow is complete. But here's the mystery still left unsolved. If pain can be overthrown, how do we make sure it stays gone? Because as you know, life has a way of sending new battles. Stay with me. In part 4, we'll unlock the hidden and discipline, the unshakable habit that ensures pain never regains the throne in your life again. Here's the hidden danger of pain. Even after you overthrow it, it waits, like an old ruler dethroned, but still whispering in the shadows, hoping you'll forget your strength and let it rise again. That's why overthrowing pain is not a what-I'm victory. It's a discipline, a daily act of guarding the throne of your life. Think of it like this. Every morning, you wake up with two voices waiting for you. One is the echo of yesterday's wounds, reminding you of betrayal, loss, regrets, mistakes. The other is the quiet whisper of your strength, reminding you that you survived, that you rose, that you're still here. Which voice you feed becomes your ruler. So how do you keep pain from regaining the throne? It begins with 3 disciplines, simple but powerful. First, the discipline of remembering. Not remembering the pain itself, but the moment you stood back up. Write it down. Repeat it to yourself. Keep it alive like a victory song. Because memory is a weapon, and when used right, it keeps you from ever doubting your strength again. Second, the discipline of choosing small battles. Every day offers a test. Will you take the easier road of bitterness or the harder road of freedom? Choose the harder road. Forgive when it's inconvenient. Show patience when it costs you. Stand tall when it would be easier to fold. Each choice becomes a stone in the fortress around your spirit. Third, the discipline of vision. Don't just live escaping yesterday. Live chasing tomorrow. Keep a picture of the life you're building, the peace you're protecting, the legacy you want to leave behind. Vision is the anchor that pain cannot uproot. These 3 disciplines are like guards standing at the gates of your soul. Without them, pain sneaks back in. With them, pain stays in its rightful place under your feet. And here's the mystery that very few understand. When you practice these disciplines long enough, pain itself begins to lose interest in you. It no longer recognizes you as a home. It looks for someone else to inhabit because you've become uninhabitable to sorrow. That's when you don't just overthrow pain, to banish it. You exile it from the throne of your life permanently. But there's still one final step, the most important of all. Because overthrowing pain isn't just about you. It's about what happens when your victory spills into the lives of others. Stay with me. In part 5, we'll uncover the ultimate reward, the power to transform not only your pain, but the world around you. When you overthrow pain, you don't just change your story. You change the stories of everyone who watches you rise. Because here's the truth, people are always watching. Your children, your friends, your neighbors, even strangers who only catch a glimpse of you. They notice how you carry yourself, how you walk through the storm. And when they see you standing tall, they silently ask themselves, if they can rise, maybe I can too. That's the hidden power of overthrowing pain. It multiplies. Your strength becomes their permission. Your justice becomes their courage. Your endurance becomes their map. And suddenly, your life is no longer about what you suffered. It's about the trail you left behind for others who are still sliding through the dark. But here's the twist most people never expect. Once you've overthrown pain, the final enemy you face isn't sorrow. It's deception, because pain, once defeated, often tries to return disguised. It slides back into your life as cynicism, as distrust, as the lie that you're too old, too late, too broken to matter anymore. That's why the next battle is not just how to overthrow their pain, it's how to vanquish deception. And when you do, you stop merely surviving. You start reigning, not over people, not over circumstances, but over your own spirit. That's the real victory. That's the legacy. So today, wherever you are, tell yourself this: my pain has no throne here. My past has no chains here. I choose justice. I choose strength. I choose freedom. Because the moment you decide, the overthrow is complete. We are wisdom recorded, your knowledge source. If this spoke to you, subscribe and like for more. Your next victory might begin with the very next video.